Ukraine has been holding the line against the Russian assault on Kyiv. And as the fighting rages on, the world is now on nuclear alert, and a refugee crisis is escalating. Despite the initiation of peace talks, Russia showed no sign of ending the offensive. A massive convoy of Russian tanks and armored vehicles was seen on the march to Kyiv, while explosions lit up the night sky over the capital.
To the Russian officers and soldiers, the world is watching. We will not let atrocities slide.
Ukraine is fighting back and fighting back hard. The country's president says thousands of Russian troops have been killed. Its Air Force also claiming successful airstrikes against Russian forces.
Once inside, Kristen's estranged husband, Christopher Henderson, with the help of his other wife, Rhonda Carlson, fatally shot and stabbed Kristen, Clayton, Kristen's mother, Carol Jean, 1-year-old nephew, Eli, and her unborn daughter.
In a horrific twist, Henderson actually slices open his wife's stomach and takes out the baby girl and stabs her dead. Why? We understand that he hated Kristen's father and wanted to get back at him.
Outside, security video captures Carlson carrying a gas can. Henderson is then seen fleeing barefoot before the pair set the house on fire.
I had literally never run a mile in my life, but because my kids asked, I said yes and signed up to run a half marathon with them.
So despite her size and lack of experience, Liz began training and crossed a finish line for the first time in her life.
And that was huge for me.
Liz's entire family has been running to end the global water crisis every year since. Todd was able to help Liz fix her stride and get her to improve her distance and speed off of the Alter G treadmill. Working with a nutritionist, Liz began eating to fuel her body properly. And although it wasn't a primary goal,
I started to lose weight very rapidly. I weigh 180, 181, depending on the day.
a healthier, happier Liz not only completed the marathon last year, she's learned to swim and is now competing in triathlons too.
Thomas, Kim K probably thought that posing next to an ancient Egyptian gold coffin similar to the gold dress she wore to the Met Gala in 2018 was a perfect photo opportunity. However, it turned out to be much more. You see, this 1st century BC golden coffin of Nejamun was looted in the 2011 Egyptian Revolution. The piece was sold with fake documentation and eventually ended up right next to Kim K on the first Monday in May at the Met. One of the men who helped dig the stolen piece saw it and, angered that he still hadn't been paid for his work, emailed the New York DA's Antiquities Trafficking Unit. The statue has since been returned to the Grand Egyptian Museum in Cairo.